not a Cho game. Prove me wrong, Zorn, prove me wrong, but you need to deal with Ruby and his skills. You need to deal with Fermis and the Nether Realm that can miscalculate you. So, let's see.
And to add on to that, right, you pick a Cho against a team that went for Cho as their M4 skin. Shout out to Yaoi. If he's watching this, the Zorn is trying to make a statement with this pick.
All right, let's see how this plays out, man. The early game, as always, is critical, but we're jumping straight into it. Gani.
Land of Dawn, here we go. Echo, match point. One more game in advancing to the next stage of the upper brackets. The only Malaysian rep. What will they bring to the table?
Knowing Zorn, I thought he would bring the Echo skin to the table, honestly. I personally wanted to see it, right? It would be pretty funny using the Echo Cho skin against Echo, but here, so far, he went for the KOF skin. It's a very good skin.
It is, right? Here, nothing too fancy rotation-wise, and it seems like they will just play this out slow. No, Zorn has stepped into the gas, and he's quite low.
Oh, he missed time to Shun Pu, and now gets punished a bit for it. JP about to hit level 2. Gets a good stun hit, and Zorn might be forced to recall as early as the first minute of the game.
Pressure in the early game is definitely still favoring Echo right here, and that's dangerous because Chibi on the box here, he's strong, but he will still require backup if he wants to invade, if he wants to really shut down the opposing side's jungler. And it's not an assassin this time, it is an Akai. Take a look at the items. Wilderness Blessing for both Warlord and Zorn, wanting to roam around. But everyone else goes for the firmness, goes for the defensive of blood. Just trying to get some more tankiness right here. And Ryzel going all in, of course, on the damage. We'll see if he can actually do his very signature, just aggressive all-in playstyle.
Very aggressive, and also do note that Echo here in their composition, a lot of enablers, a lot of engagements that they can utilize. You can use Sanford and the Petrify. Paltizi as well, both Paltizi now caught now.
Some good poke. It actually forces out a heavy spin, and this will give Homeboys a significant advantage coming into the first turtle. Paltizi still wants to fight for it, though. Zorn already positioning himself over as a shield unity to try to knock Paltizi out, and he do actually do it well. Paltizi zoned away as a turtle secured by Chibi as another realm comes down from Sanji defensively. Sanford taking low, still able to dash one more time into the back. The Shadow Stampede brings Chibi and Sapat back to JP, but there's no follow-up damage. Meanwhile, Sapat finds Sanford in the bush. Ooh. Barely. Sanford still gets out. Wow.
No casualty from the fight, though the Newts will be secured by Homeboys. And Echo now, they need some compensation here. They need more cross-map plays perhaps, but Zorn is there already with the recalls as well. Again, Echo here, they have a lot of engagement. So let's see here. They have JP, they have Sanford, though with no Petrify, he will definitely tone his game down a bit.
Homeboy is trying to get a bit more aggression, especially in the river, according with their name, with their reputation. They're nicking from Lapel, but now 1v1 won't amount to much. But Homeboys is definitely working against the clock. They don't want to deal with a late game Fermis and a late game Ixia.
As a dash, they know Sapat has already used the Bravest Spider. A bit of a miscommunication there, but Zorn gets a good way the dragon. Sanji pops that Purifier instantly. Zorn with a little cheeky little emo there. Pops it in.
And it's an all-even game there again. Going Homeboys, JP looking for an angle perhaps, but his Echo, what is their play here? Do they have enough firepower in the early game to really contest a 5v5 rush? Or 4v4?
They like a bit of damage. They gotta get Sanji some resources first. He needs some items, because unlike previously, right, the Akai has some damage, but it's not nearly as effective or as meta as the Fredrin. So without that, and without extra damage from the Roamer as well, the Ruby has spammable skills, but not a lot of damage. I think if they want to go into a fight too early, it might be damaging for them instead, because by default, Warlord has so much more spammable damage, and it will swing the tides in their favor.
Okay, 4 minutes in now, and the turtle has spawned. Baksha and Akai, they're already in the vicinity, but Homeboys now looking for a perhaps a setup here.
Paltizi getting stunned up, Bravest Spider used up. Paltizi down to half HP. GB doing some damage as well. Sanford trying to look for Warlord in the back, but Zorn is still trying to cover for him. That's an eye for an eye used up, and Warlord falls to Sanford. What an assassin in the back, but now we'll get traded back in as Homeboys secure the second turtle of the game. Echo were zoned away from the Newt.
1,000 gold already here. Established for Homeboys, and Echo, they're actually behind. Homeboys, they need to keep this proactive plays, and if you take a look at top side, actually, yeah, Benny here on this Extra will not be able to play as aggressive as Rizal.
Thorn goes in, a good stop by Benny there with a second skill as JP rotates over. Looking for that I'm offended, finds it. Zorn taken low, still able to evade for now, but a full barrage. Goes in with a flicker as well.
What?
Good play by Benny Cutie to get a trade off of that turret.
You have the flicker, I have the flicker, and Zorn there miscalculates the sequence. And let's check the items here. Nothing too fancy, but of course here. Benedetta here, Fury Hammer in his hand.
JP with the don't run, Wolf King, now Sanford with the final blow to the back, finds Warlord again. And now Subpot even getting brought back to the team, but it's only just a kill. One trade in for Echo with Sanford holding 2.
Man, Homeboys, maybe they regret not banning the Benedetta out, but then again, Echo picked it up in the first phase, so a very smart pick there from Echo to secure it first, and you can see the impact that Sanford brings to the table.
I think you expect nothing less from Sanford himself, but now with the Cho, they're spending so much time trying to take him out. There's a lot of attention taken away, but now Soren. Ooh, dodges from it.
This is both the Chun-Poo there, but he is able to find a way. The Dragon connects over to the back line. JP was stunned up, still able to run away for now, but Razel is just chasing him down. Carl Teasy forced to pop the heavy spin, and even the Nether Realm from Sanji. And look at the timing of these ultimates being burned out. Homeboys have timed it for the neutral objective. This time the third turtle of the game, and Chibi has found all of the turtles so far. The third one should be going to Homeboys for free. Paltizi has no heavy spin, and in the mid lane as well, they don't even have that mid pressure to control it. Homeboys complete 180 in game number 2.
That was a perfect example of how you want to re-engage Echo, right? Zorn here again, being a constant nuisance, and yeah, very annoying, and a purple buff invasion.
Paltizi was still able to find it with that retribution as Homeboys are forced back away from the jungle, but Chibi still wants to stay. Shield Unity threatening a dive, but with no minion wave in the mid lane, they'll have to opt out of that position.
Man, Echo now just struggling because of the pressure that Soren is exerting. He's always trying to make plays happen on the opposite side of what his team is contesting, using the Cho as a bit more of a nuisance, right? Recalls, Chun pose, but he has shields, he has mobility, and you can't really catch up to him. This is what he's abusing right now to waste the time of Echo, and as a result, you're seeing that every time there's a neutral objective, the setup just ain't as clean.
That's a Brave Spider, 2-man stun by Subpot. Amazing setup, and Zorn gets a good way. The Dragon on the JP. That's an I'm offended, not connecting. And Sanford now does a magic damage, a lot of damage onto the back, but is not able to find most of it. It's still Subpot running away now. Zorn getting out with Warlord with the black shoes. Benny gets a massive full barrage, but Homeboys just walk out of it.
Oh, 3 men taken out, and Homeboys, they might look for more here, a little bit greedy, but they will disengage. A very good setup there, started by none other than Subpot and Zorn.
I think the ultimate was cancelled right there. It seemed so perfect. He was going to pick up the kill on Zorn, make it a bit more costly for Homeboys. I think he got stopped by like a spell just thrown out before the retreat. Look at the gold difference right here. It's the gold lane where the attention has been put. See, a 2K gold lead for Rizal. He's definitely having a lot more impact right here. But Benny, despite being having 2 kills, still behind, but still having a very real impact. If this goes on in the late game, there's no real way for Homeboys to really shut him down just yet. He's been able to get this full charge, full barrage again and again.
Homeboys, they are controlling this game in the second game of the series, ladies and gentlemen, and they want more.
Don't run Wolf King. Carl Teasy now bringing Subpot all the way back, but he finds the Brave Spider. Not in time. It's canceled out. Now he can go for it again. Jumps into the back. Nether Realm to defend. Meanwhile, the Boxia was able to steal away, or secure the Lord rather. Now it's going to be the full barrage onto Homeboys. Oh my god. But they just soak it in. Zorn is recalling in the face of a full barrage. Now Subpot is caught in the door on Wolf King. Another Shadow Stampede. Homeboys, my goodness. Win in the battle of attrition. In a long, drawn-out team fight, Homeboys got the Lord and the kill.
Homeboys utilizing their third pick to its utmost potential. That Lilia again comes into clutch. And with this Lord, with Echo now just barely regrouping, Homeboys can definitely get more structure.
Man, I think they require a bit more damage right here. I don't think the goal difference is that big, that they can't really out-damage Homeboys at all. But you're seeing that BennyQt got a full channel and didn't take a single person down. And in fact, Homeboy is just ignoring it, just standing inside the full barrage. It's not a good sign. Even if he can survive with the Nether Realm, if he can't take down the members of Homeboys, it will be for nothing. They're still holding on right now, but they're going to lose a bunch of turrets in the process.
See here, all 10 spells on the board for both teams. Full offense power and also full defense power here with an additional Lord for Homeboys. Let's see.
Sanji jumps in, brings Zorn back, but he's able to just jump out with the GP go. Homeboys with the Cho pick that we doubted there against an Akai, against so much disengage and pick. He's able to make it work, shows you that comfort gets you a whole of a long way.
On the other side, man, I think Carl TZ on the Akai, not bad, but not the same kind of impact. He loses his orange buff right here. This is the problem. It's supposed to actually facilitate the neutral objective take, but Echo, it's almost like they want to try and contest, but they don't want to steal it away. They want to win the fight as well. And if that's the idea, then you can't go for the Akai, man. It doesn't function the same way.
I said Zorn will have a tough time in this game, but man, this guy has proved me wrong. And I want more. Please prove me wrong again by sending this game to a third game. Let's see here, Homeboys already a very healthy lead again, 8,000 gold. They are just screening, waiting. Potentially in 35 seconds, then they will be more proactive in the Lord. Echo looking for plays, but it seems like the bottom side, okay, they will not tease it out.
They're just trying to slow the game tempo down way down. Because Homeboys have the lead, they're going to look to play it very slow, freezing up the waves to try to deny any kinds of farming from the side of Echo, especially BennyQt and Stanford, the two pillars to get them out of a sticky situation in these team fights.
And the issue right here in the team fights is the fact that Homeboys will send one guy, usually Chibi or Sapat or Zorn, and then once he's low, he comes back, and there's no way for Echo to make sure he stays and gets taken out, and they don't have enough damage to melt a single person down, like the carry. Now Sanford tries his best to find some vision, but Homeboys, they have full control here.
Carl TZ with a headbutt, Warlord gonna be taking low, forced to pop in the black shoes, meanwhile Sapat zones in the back. Zorn looking for the play now, pops in away, the Dragon gets Sanji, and Warlord's right there to follow it up. Sanji's still able to maneuver around, Rizzo picks up the Lord right now as Sanji falls in the back, has the passive to get back up in 5 seconds, but Carl TZ will be taken down as well, and now Homeboys are going for the base turrets.
Great positioning by Zorn, great timing as well as they look and move onwards.
Electro final blow, Chibi brought back way into the base turrets of Echo, takes him down. That HP bar to half HP, but he's still able to maneuver out with the Puissance.
Unfortunately, the Ammo Bandit wasn't available for JP. It could have been a great pickoff, but let's take a look at the player's gold. Rizal just all the way up there. And second is Warlord. It's facilitating the clear again and again. Benny isn't too far behind, but in the gold lane matchup, dude, what is this, like a 3K gold lead more or less? That is massive.
It's massive, and this potentially might be the final push here. Homeboys, can they close the gap?
Oh my god, whoa! Sanji just disappeared! The one-shot damage coming from Rizal, but the combo in the back as well. It's gonna be Rizal who pops the Wind of Nature to equalize in game number 2, bringing the series all the way to 3 games.
Woo. Homeboys, they were able to rise above their opponent, and that is Echo in this match, and force this series on towards a game 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole Malaysia stand up. And my goodness, this is going to be the first game 3 in the playoffs.
For sure. We expected more matches to go, all 3 games. Our first match of the day, RSGPH and AP Bren as well, but we have been given other outcomes. A 2-0 start, but nonetheless, it's 1-1 now. We'll get to see back in a best of one, Arashi.